Please be seated.
When in the course of human events, it becomes necessary for one people to dissolve the political bands which have connected them with another, and to assume among the powers of the earth the separate and equal station to which the laws of nature and of nature's God entitle them. A decent respect to the opinions of mankind requires that they should declare the causes which impel them to the separation. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. They are endowed by their Creator with certain inalienable rights, and that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
So I want to welcome every one of you taking your time to come to this very important day. You know, we, as Americans, were started back in the early 1600s and then on to the 1700s. There was just few people on the Mayflower and so on. My family personally, they came on the airplane. But still, we're all American because of one thing, and that is the U.S. Constitutions, the Declaration of Independence, and many other documents prior to this. Unfortunately, today, some of us do not realize what these doctrines are due to the fact they haven't read it, but yet they hold some of the highest position and some of the offices in city, county, as well as national government. So I hope when you go back today, be inspired to know there are many of us out there.
I truly believe that the left-right, or the right versus left, or the conservative versus liberal paradigms are causing this age-old war called the enemy within. We fight amongst ourselves, and the end is swift. I believe the people of this great country have simply forgotten what makes America great, what makes a nation stand tall. We have forgotten because there is no combined effort of the people to teach proper values and principles. We are changed at the bottom of trying to expose this. And it's no wonder that our children are growing up and trying to work against our best efforts. It is no wonder they don't understand. If we forget about each other simply because we now don't share the same ideologies, then it's our own fault for allowing the usurpers or the insiders or the architects of control to manage our futures. The true architects of control need to be identified and stopped. The Council on Foreign Relations, the UN, sub-organizations like UNESCO and the IPCC, the Bilderberg Group, and associated interests. Rockefeller, Chase, Goldman Sachs, and related banking syndicates, and of course, the Federal Reserve and other global central banking and financial cartels. The large tax-exempt foundations need to be looked at as well, such as Dow, Carnegie, Rockefeller, Ford, Sloan, and Lilly. We had a committee to look into this a long time ago, and whatever happened to that, right?
What we are doing is we are the recipients and the holders of liberty for the whole world. The whole world. We're it, man. America. It's the free place in the world. It's the one that started it. It's the one that has kept it. It's the one that's fought for it. It's the one that sacrificed for it. For everybody. For the whole world. Nobody did what we do. How can we forget that? And if we let liberty die in America, we are letting liberty, the light of liberty, be extinguished for the entire world. Because nobody else will hold it like we do. Nobody else will fight for it like we do. We're the men of the West standing at that black gate of Mordor. We're the ones who woke up in the Matrix and took the red pill. We're the ones who are fighting machines in Terminator. We're it. This is the beginning. I hope it's not the end.
They don't want you to talk to the cops. Oh, that's the last thing they want. And they don't want the cops to talk to you. They want the cops to think that everybody who is in this audience right now, or anybody who dares to go to a protest, any kind of public protest, is some kind of potential terrorist. That's what they want them to think. And they're conditioning them. Groups like the ADL and Southern Poverty Law Center, that's their shtick. That's what they do, is try to get the police to see us as the enemy. Try to smear returning veterans. I couldn't believe when I saw that, the DHS report that said that returning veterans are a potential terrorist threat because of job dislocation. As though because when you come back from the war and it's hard to find a job, then of course the next thing you're thinking, well, I can't get a job, I should become a terrorist, of course. It's pathetic.
Let me ask you a question. Would anybody in this life be different, one iota, if we didn't have the Department of Education tomorrow? Oh, yeah. There, we have to have an improvement. How about the department? Do you think we're not going to have grow food in this country if we don't have a Department of Agriculture? Are we not going to do business without the Department of Commerce? Congratulations, you just wiped out $170 billion in federal budget right there. We don't need these things. We don't ask for them. We don't want them. If we want it for them, we pay for them. Give us our money back.
Don't go running to the Constitution and see if you have a right to do something. You have a right by default as a human being to do with yourself and the product of your labors whatever you want. Unless you trample on the rights of somebody else. Those are your natural rights. One thing you do have to do is go take very seriously the limits on government power and reassert those limits.